Fear, overwhelm, procrastination. It's been a while since I published my last video, and it's so damn hard to maintain not just consistency in creating content but also consistency in manifesting creativity. I have never been consistent in my creative life, and I always get into this rabbit hole of procrastination, self-doubt, getting distracted with so many things I thought I needed to do. As a result, I always end up spiraling in the wild, wild west of social media, pretending I am busy working on something productive and meaningful. I'm always good at pretending that I am busy doing important things, but a lot of this so-called busyness and unproductive procrastination is becoming annoying that even my personal projects are suffering. And I'm always wondering, why is this happening? Maybe it's my ego. Every time I am on this creative journey, there's this unknown force watching me, waiting for the right moment to sabotage my plans. Or maybe I am just insecure with other creators who are already crushing it, making great content. What if this is fear? I always worry about what other people think and say about me, my creative skills, or my content. Hey, you're not good enough? This is just a waste of my time. You're not skilled enough to do this. Most of the time, I can hear myself saying, "You do not belong in this creative space. You're just wasting your time. Don't bother. No one's going to listen. Not worth it." After back and forth with my self-doubt, my imposter syndrome kicks in. It's like a knight in shining armor, ready to save me from my misery. One thing is for sure, this journey will not be easy. I have many ideas, and I have lots of them, to be honest. I have started multiple podcasts, vlog channels. I even wanted to write some blogs. I'm jumping from one creative idea to another, pretending I know what I'm talking about and I know what I'm doing. The problem with having so many ideas and wanting to work on all of them at the same time is burnout. You may take consistent action, but juggling one idea to another leads you to overwhelming struggle. You are taking a ridiculous amount of action, but you're going nowhere. And hey, that's me, guilty as charged. Welcome to procrastination. If you fail to plan, then you are planning to fail. Every start of the year, I make a plan to execute all my ideas. I make a plan, hoping that all my ideas will come to life. And while procrastination is not part of the plan, I always end up procrastinating more and more and more and more. Like in one of my podcasts, my original plan is to have 100 guests. I called it 100 of 100. I laid out how I can contact them, and if I get rejections, I will move forward on to the next. On that same podcast, I also have a plan on production and publishing. And then, 4 months later, my podcast is still a plan for this year. No guests, no episodes, nothing, nada. So the same thing happened to my YouTube channel, and months later, also nothing. Only crickets, crickets, and more crickets. There's a quote from Scott Belsky that says, "Truth is, young creative minds don't need more ideas. Rather, they need to take more responsibility with the ideas they've already got." So it's a matter of taking consistent action and being responsible to these ideas. Being responsible is taking consistent action to make your ideas into reality. And planning is great, but do not overplan your plan. Just take action and figure out the rest while doing so. I also came across this saying, "Justice delayed is justice denied." I know, it's far from our topic for today, which is creativity. But if this saying is true and correct, the same concept should also apply to education, health, and creativity, right? So let's look at education, for instance. Education delayed is education denied. So regardless of reasons, if someone doesn't get the chance to be educated, then there is denial of education. I'm not just talking about formal education. Education for me is learning from other sources as well. Maybe you are a self-taught musician or mathematician or something else. Now, going to the creative side, we can also apply the concept creativity delayed is creativity denied. Meaning, if your creativity doesn't get a chance to progress through practice, again, regardless of any excuse, then we can say we are denying ourselves of this gift of creativity. This is a thought-provoking idea, and it feels like anything that is crucial or important, like food, health, happiness, just like justice, if they're delayed, it could mean missing out on opportunities or not reaching full potential and could result in bigger problems. Martin Luther King once said that without justice, there can't be peace. Well, I'm going to add further to that. I think the same concept goes to creative expression. Without creativity, without art, there can be no inner peace. There is no peace of mind. But how do you make the most out of creativity? Do we even have it? Well, that's a good question. I've been searching for inspiration, for new ideas that might help me, but I always end up spending more time with my imposter syndrome. Like I said, I've got lots of ideas and I still kept on searching. Yes, it's as frustrating as the line from a song from Bono, I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Sometimes the path to creativity isn't straightforward. It might just mean trying new things, being open to new ideas, and finding in unexpected places. The important thing is to keep on searching, keep exploring, and keep nurturing your creativity, because that's what will lead to your peace of mind and fulfillment. It's like giving your muse what it deserves. It's okay to take a break or ask for help if you need one, as long as you keep on creating. Showing up is better than showing off. That's justice to be realized for your art. There's another saying that says, "Justice is my sword, and truth shall be my quiver." In my own words, I would perhaps say, art is my sword, and creativity shall be my quiver, and justice for art. But what if you're struggling to find inspiration, courage, or commitment to explore and create more? What if fear keeps creeping on us? What should we do? Some people say fear is forgetting everything and run. But that's during fight or flight when facing danger. In the creative space, fear should be face everything and rise, because fear is always false evidence appearing real. And 99.9% of the time, there's nothing on the other side of fear. So there's this quote I heard from Susan Jeffers saying, "Fear the fear and do it anyway." I think that's the way to go. Face your fears and head on. Do what you gotta do. Just do it. Hey fear, I see you, but I don't care. And I'm not letting you stop me. Then we just need to trust ourselves and believe that everything is possible. Ryan Holiday, the author of the book The Obstacle is the Way, said, do the work well, then let go, then let God. In God we trust, and in art we thrive. All you have to do is show up no matter what. There's no right or wrong way of doing it. There are no rules but one. Follow your way of the heart, and art will follow. Remember, art is in the heart of the Creator. Scratch your own itch. When you itch, you scratch it. It's that simple. I believe we all have art inside of us. We all are artists. And being an artist, it's not just being a painter. You could also be making your own music, writing your novels, or making films. If you're doing creative work, you are an artist, period. We just forgot how to be one. Like when we were kids, as we get older, we move our focus on grown-up stuff like paying the rent, mortgage, bills, or bringing food on the table. Which is great, there's nothing wrong about it. What I'm trying to say is that life happened, and as a result, art went on the bottom of our to-do list. Art has become our one day instead of our day one. Oh, one day I will grab my guitar and practice again. One day I will have time to paint again. One day I will write the most amazing book. One day, one day, one day. Today is just one day of our entire life. Maybe it's time to make this day our day one. We just need to decide and the rest will follow. We can let ourselves be like the child we used to be, exploring without fear, creating without judgment, and crushing it. Do this consistently and art will find us. Practice consistently, even if nobody's watching. At the end of the day, It's what you do when nobody's watching that counts more. Because action will always speak louder than words. Show not tell. Make more art. Keep on creating.